I was here in 2020 when everything
2 years
was
ago.
Summertime.
Yeah, for the whole summer pretty much.
During the beginning of COVID.
Yes.
That was gnarly.
We
Yeah.
met Labor Day 2019, and we spent like 2 days maybe
Yeah.
hanging out in Hermosa.
So you met here
Yeah.
in Hermosa in 2019.
And we just became like best confidants over that following
Year.
6-8
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
And then we kept talking about her coming to visit. And I think at that time I was waiting for my roommate to move out.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this girl might be my next roommate.
You girls are fascinating.
Why?
Because not you, just girls in general. You could
Oh,
meet a girl.
girls.
Yeah, girls in
We
general.
gotta talk about
We have
that.
to talk about that
We
then.
got to talk about girls. Because a girl could meet a girl,
Yeah,
and I'm going to be best friends with this girl.
absolutely.
That's fascinating to me. It is.
You
there's
don't meet guys and you're like,
never,
this guy.
never, never. In fact, well, you're talking with someone. I'm probably a little more, not judgy, but a little more skeptical when I meet people. So I'm not a good person to ask.
The irony.
The irony. But I think generally with guys, we don't even think in those terms. It's like, oh, you're a cool dude. And then I don't think we think in terms of friendships as much of friendships just sort of happen with certain people. But women seem to be much more methodical about it. Like you met her and in your head, you're like, she might be my next roommate. That's a deep thought about someone you just met.
That one didn't come. That wasn't my first thought. I think I knew we were connecting on a level that we were just saying this last night. I think I don't connect with many people at the level that we are able to speak with each other. And I was thinking about what that dynamic is. I do not have to spend any time explaining how I see the world to her.
She gets you.
And so I was looking at my frying pan and there's like circles, it's rings that go out. And I'm like, I feel like we're out here and I can talk and connect with people who are anywhere inside that. But so far, like so few people are this far out
Right.
that I don't even have to explain to you what it's like to be out here. This is where we are. And we don't spend time talking about that. Now we get to talk about other things. You know, I don't have to explain to her how I approach the world, how I view God, how I talk to God. Like
Right.
we'll grow within those spaces, but I don't have to like catch her up and try to get her to understand it. She already knows.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I had another friend that was visiting on that trip named Noelle. And then I remember she thought that Noelle was going to be the one that she really clicked with, but it wasn't. It was me.
And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
You as a girl are thinking, I'll click with that one. And then I end up clicking with there's all these stuff going on, this stuff going on in your head, which is fascinating to me.
Yeah. I mean, I love meeting new people
Yeah.
and even more so now.
Yeah,
but
me too.
you know, there wasn't any part of me that was like, oh no, we didn't click that well. It's just she was catching up with her old friend who we're going to meet up with after this. And so that was like the focus of that. And so I got to have these one-on-one talks with Noelle. But when it shifted to us and I realized, wait a second, this girl, she gets it. It was like a big surprise. And so as time went on and we were, you know, interacting, you know, mostly on Instagram first, and then we ended up calling each other and we would talk for hours and we would FaceTime,
Yeah.
pray for each other, all this stuff. I'm like, this girl might be my next roommate.
Yeah.
She gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it about that made you think that basically she saw life the way you do?
She is, I would say she's not as outgoing as me, but she's fearless. So that's interesting to me.
But okay, so what if someone tells you, how could you be fearless if you're not outgoing? So apparently you think the two are not connected.
I would say she's not as like in your face as I am.
Right.
But like if you enter the conversation, she has no problem telling the truth.
Right.
And like I've really learned how much I value honesty, truth, and humility in the past 2 years especially. So I really saw that in her. Like she really believes what she believes. She's not afraid to talk about it. And like even at that point where if it wasn't being received well, she still wasn't concerned. She's like, well, that's how it is. Like, that's how I feel. That's what I believe. And it challenged me like, man, she's fearless and dare I say, like more reserved than me.
Mm-hmm.
What am I afraid of? I need to start really telling the truth. And like we were talking about earlier, having a friend who feels stuck, not able to actually acknowledge what they believe, what they're thinking, their thoughts on stuff. I think you really set me into a decent amount of freedom in that, to tell people the truth about.
Ooh,
Everything.
the glasses are coming off.
Oh yeah.
The real,
I
the
think
real
my
her.
eyes maybe adjusted to the intensity of
the
the
light.
initial lighting.
Ladies and
So,
gentlemen,
no,
she's
I feel
not
better.
really a celebrity. She just looks
On
like
the
one.
Delphi. She's an heiress.